Well, so we're in to do the newspapers. Mamavi should have had the WhatsApp line, but it's not ready. Apparently
yeah.
It's been left at home.
No, has a line somewhere. I'm going to pick it. But, you know, just to remind you that the review segment here on the AM show
for her.
is in association with Smart Organic Solutions. SOS Advance is a natural and organic health supplement used for cleaning the blood and boosting the immune system. You can use SOS Advance for your entire family. We're talking baby to elderly, doctors, pharmacies across Ghana. You can call 0244 439 830, 0244 439 830. Smart Organic Solutions is available at Santa Monica Health Shop. It's opposite Golden Tulip Hotel. Relish Health Shop in Osu. Ebenezer's Pharmacy, also in Osu. And Tudon Ventures in Kokomlimle. SOS Advance, the natural solution for blood disorders, digestive issues, and skin conditions. They bring us the review segment here on our show. Roland?
All right, so we have to do the daily graphic.
Are you lost? I've got a graphic.
Okay, please do it.
The Daily Graphic newspaper, front page of the graphic, stay away from Galamsey. President advises chiefs involved in illegal mining. President Ekufuadu being welcomed by the paramount chief of the Chefo Praso traditional area. They're in a handshake. And that picture, you know, captured beautifully. It's a lot of tradition in that picture on the front page of the Daily Graphic newspaper. Also, Hajj pilgrims fly from Tamale to Mecca. Treasury single accounts launched. It's also another headline. Back page of the graphic now. AMA signs Chalewate agreement to promote culture tourism in Accra. They're taking Chalewate to another level, I guess. The Accra Metropolitan Assembly has signed a memorandum of understanding with Accra.alt. Organizers of a popular street carnival in Accra, the Chalewate Art Festival, for the successful hosting of this year's event in the capital. AMA Chief Executive Mohammed Ni Ajay-Soa signed on behalf of the Assembly, and then the Director of Accra.alt, Manche Ayikwe, initialed for his organization at the ceremony in Accra yesterday. Full stories on the back page of the Daily Graphic newspaper. Okay, center spread still in the Daily Graphic. We've got this story: committee to unravel cause of fuel contamination. Are we still on this subject? Education Minister parades 70 officials before PAC to answer for infractions. The Minister of Education, Dr. Matthew Pokoprempe, yesterday stunned parliamentarians and journalists when he marched his regional and district directors of education to Parliament to answer infractions they caused in the 2015 Auditor General's report. The officials were made to swear an oath at the sitting of the Public Accounts Committee of Parliament in Accra and took turns to answer questions on unapproved and unjustified disbursement, unrepresented payment vouchers, unauthorized use of funds, unauthorized purchases, among other financial infractions. That's like holding people accountable for their actions and inactions right there. There's a, you know, you find a lot more stories in the Daily Graphic newspaper.
So that's what we take on the Ghanaian Times. Try to be like you.
Really?
My under role model.
Really?
We old men, we have to learn from the young. The Ghanaian Times. The Ghanaian Times has on the front page. State loses 505.1 million Ghana cedis in 2015 through financial irregularities, we're told. Chalivoli could lay a hand on only $1 million.
You're so corrupt.
It's not corruption, it's money. We like money. Money is good. Anyway, so we have other stories there. It says local content policy panacea for job creation. That's coming from AGI. You have Engineer Dugbaga on the front page. But the story is on page 27 of the newspaper. And it says, the problem of shoddy works by some local contractors will be a thing of the past when a local content policy for the construction sector in Ghana is developed. And according to Roxanne Dugbaga, who is the chairman for the Association of Ghana Industries, construction sector, and the vice president of the Chartered Institute of Building Africa, the policy would outline standards required of local contractors in the uptake of government infrastructure projects to ensure quality outcomes, create jobs, and sanitize the industry. I want to be a contractor one of these days, so we'll see how that goes. Good morning to you, Mrs. Vera Queenie of Cape Coast. I know you're watching me. Good morning to you. Be a good woman. On the back page, we have illegal routes springing up along Accra Tema motorway. Yeah, here again. That's my route too. They want to block all the illegal routes that I don't use it though, but you never know, you never know, you never know. And the daily graphic, and the Ghanaian Times today has done something on it, and this one is from Jifa Tete, who is filing the story. It says moves to ensure water security, also underway. So those are the stories we have. Okay. Don't kill galamseyers or burn the excavators, and that's on the front page as well. We read that too. But we'll see how that goes. Let's do the Business and Financial Times. On the front page of the Business and Financial Times, it has a story attributed to Dr. Joseph Sian Japon, who is the executive chairman for the Jospon Group. It says prioritize local businesses to develop a state-owned economy. Sianwe Japan, the story is on page 3 of the paper. It says local businesses with the requisite expertise should be given priority in government deals. Joseph Sianwe Japan, executive chairman of Jospon Group of Companies, has said policymakers need to take a bold decision that we want to build our economy with our own Ghanaians. The requirement should be that a technical partner who is more knowledgeable and skillful should be added to your business. Business should be given to the local people and then make them employ the technical expertise to join them. There's no difficulty in giving a business to a local and asking them to hire a competent person to work with. He was speaking at the second plenary session of the 2-day Ghana Economic Forum organized by the Business and Financial Times in Accra under the theme Improvement of the Business Environment through Regulatory Reforms, Removing Bottlenecks in the Current Business Environment. Other stories we have on the front page of the Business and Financial Times: over 3,000 public workers to lose salaries over SNIT biometric registration. Amavi is captured as one of those public sector workers who will be losing salaries. Local content policy to transform construction sector. On the back page of the Business and Financial Times, preparation towards paperless ports. Select Committee on Trade, Industry and Tourism lauds GC Nets. Provision of free education help develop Malta's economy. Malta Foreign Minister. Okay.
Not Malta as in the drink.
No, Malta the country. It should be that the island country really, or the Mediterranean country really, they provided free quality education. That's what we should. Do they know how our schools look like? So, but we'll pray for the best for our country. It's the most important thing and prayer that we can have.
We turn to the Finder newspaper, front page of the Finder. One story that you can describe as bizarre, if you like, sad. Also, dead twins. Couple demands justice as Ministry of Health is mute over investigative report. And the couple is here, Mr. Amankwa Ado and his wife, Mrs. Ajwa Safwa Ado. A bit of the story on page 2. Quotas imposed on nursing colleges since 2015. 2 new cocoa processing factories for Western region. Dr. Baumia sees our first batch of 510 pilgrims, and 7 banks hot over government accounts. That story on page 11. But this story about a couple demanding justice and the Ministry of Health keeping quiet over the matter since 2010. That story is here. Says a couple was denied justice by the state when they lost their twin babies at the Tema General Hospital in 2010 as a result of negligence, have renewed their unanswered petition to the new health minister, Kwekwa Menu, demanding answers and respect for their right to bury their deceased babies. The petition was copied to the Medical and Dental Council as well as the Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice. Just want to fast forward. The couple say they did not even get the opportunity to bury their twins as the bodies were sent to Kolebu Hospital for autopsy, and they never heard from Tema General Hospital nor the officials of the Ministry of Health, although the couple wrote directly or through their lawyers for answers. And if you continue to read the story, which is very detailed, by the way, it tells you the circumstances under which the woman delivered the babies, and then how subsequently they were told that the babies had died. You know, all those accounts in here, kind of like reliving that sad, horrible incident that happened to them back in 2010. So it says, according to Mr. Addo, he drove his wife to Tema General Hospital on November 3, 2010, and the midwife who had been attending to his wife throughout the pregnancy confirmed that the twin were alive as of 1 p.m. He explained that his wife, Mrs. Adjoa's Safwa Addo, was admitted by 2:30 p.m. on the same day. So the first baby born alive in 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes of admission, the head of our first twin baby popped up, and the wife delivered the first twin baby by 3 p.m. on a labor ward bed, which she climbed herself whilst in labor and in pain. You can continue to read the story, how 5 hours later, no action, how the second baby came also alive, and how subsequently they were told they had lost the babies. Okay, another story of interest. While the debate over the imposition of quotas on admission into nursing training colleges rages on, it has to be stated that the quota started as far back as 2015 when nurses started agitating for employment, apparently, and the rest of that story is right there. Fast forward, let's go to page 11. On this 7 banks were told who are hots. It has emerged that 7 commercial banks will be hard hits from the implementation of the Treasury single account, which will result in government closing down some 6,000 bank accounts of state institutions. This is because more than 10% of deposits in these 7 affected banks constitute government money. But 10% is not so huge to, you know, break the back of the banks, I'm thinking. Are the banks here? Because that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the banks.
Usually do not put the names of the banks
there.
there.
I can't find the names. Maybe it's buried in the story.
You create fear and panic.
Charlie, like quick, no.
No, but you create fear
I'm
and
going to jail my money.
No. It's not allowed. If you do that,
and the
media house that is doing will do a big disservice to the country.
But I thought I heard reliably that, you know, not all 7 banks would be greatly affected, maybe about 3 of them.
Okay, so let's see.
Yeah, but well.
But is it not also dependent on if they're able to show up their capitalization or their, you know, they have enough?
But why would governments have 6,000 bank accounts scattered all over?
If they say government, they're not talking about central
I
government.
know, it could be MMDCEs, all of that put together. But 6,000 is a lot. That's all I'm saying.
If in a company, you operate several accounts, so you can imagine. Yeah.
Well, makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's it for the finder. More details in the paper, by the way.
Right. So we have the next paper. The Daily Guide newspaper has a story. Dogfight in NDC. Obed joins fray. You have a picture there of Jerry John Rawlins. I'm reading the captions. Valerie Sawyer. Dr. Obed Asamoah. Even though we know that Valerie Sawyer also has a PhD, Dr. Valerie Sawyer. What is it? Okay, so Jerry John Rawlins, Valerie Sawyer. I'm reading captions, so Dr. Obed Asamoah. Look at their faces on the front page.
And is this what they're in the dogfights?
Dogfight in NDC. Obed joins fray. We have Manly Spain dragged to court. And fake doctor arrested over sex scandal. You will see changes soon, Nana assures. And President Akufo-Addo receives a citation from the Trifo Traditional Council. We know the president had been touring areas in the central and western regions. But we have the center spread as always. Great. This one I hear it's called Wiser.
No.
Okay. Wiser.
Files for no case?
Files for no case.
Oh, you remember? You don't remember his story?
Is it the your Otreni, you know?
Yes.
And one.
Yeah. His was still.
But I say you better 2 years.
Yeah.
Still, it's still in the court.
Yeah, that's why I guess that's why he says he wants to file for no case. Otherwise, it will be lingering on, if you like. Yeah.
All right. And then we have acting doesn't pay. Is it true? Yvonne Okoro, I thought we were told that acting is big this year. But the actor, they look
well,
like...
we've heard, but Yvonne is supposed to be, you know, amongst those at the top. So if she says it doesn't pay, but we this is something that we've been told that it doesn't pay. But people want to be in the movies even when they are not paid. There was,
but if your team is not paying, stop it.
That sometimes people actually even have to get their own makeup and costume and things like that.
Yeah.
But some of them are so desperate they want to be in the movies, they will do anything.
Yeah, to be on TV.
That's the thing. That's
I guess we're also desperate to be on TV.
I am not. I'm not. I'm not.
Okay.
You are. I'm not.
Yvonne Okoro is rated as one of Ghana's richest actresses. But she said that the thing doesn't pay. But
no,
she's one of the...
she also produces.
Oh.
So that's the trick.
So the acting doesn't pay, but the production, if you are producing, you
well,
pay.
even that, I mean, you have to push and try and get.
Okay, but she has, according to the story, refuted claims that she has made a lot of money from acting. The Ghana Must Go actress and producer revealed that she didn't make her money from acting, as is being spoken.
Okay, but she made it from where?
How did you make the money there, Yvonne Okoro? This is silly also.
Okay. But do you know how much money she's got?
They said riches, so.
Yeah, but listen, how much money in Ghana is rich or richest?
Okay. I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
How much should you have in your accounts?
Before it's relative.
To be referred to as rich or richest amongst the riches in Ghana. You'll be surprised. Let's do the last hardcore newspaper we have. This is the Daily Dispatch newspaper. And there's a shocking revelation. The headline is been rightly put, shocking but true. Judges Karen residence sold. Who approved it? Also co-founder of Data Bank joins Bank of Ghana board. Mr. Kelly Gajako, a picture of him is on the front page of the paper. But this story, an Accra Lands Court judge, Justice Robin Batu, has expressed worry as private developers have forcefully started demarcating portions of his cantonment bungalow property for development. The judge, who moved into the government bungalow in 2014, disclosed exclusively to Class News, Joshua Kojo-Mensah, that several private developers have approached him with documents claiming that portions of the bungalow land has been sold to them by the Judicial Service. All right, you can continue to read the rest of this, revelation on the back page of the Daily Dispatch newspaper. Amazing but true. But we know that this could be possible living in Ghana. We've got some of your messages. I'm going to share that in a bit. We're also going to turn our attention and quickly do some online review. But I have to send my condolences to a very good friend of mine, Mr. Frank Amaibo. You lost your elder brother 2 weeks ago, Evans Ni Ado of SEPS, KIA. This is a big blow to you, Frank. I know. So,
Frank, our condolences to you.
Our condolences to you.
We know that it's not an easy period for you and the family, but we pray that you get consolation from God.
Yeah.
It's a very difficult situation.
All right, let's do some of your messages that you've sent to us. Osom Joseph from Odumase Krobo Agomanya is begging the president to do something about our light bill for us.
Which area? And Agomanya.
Yeah, I come from that part as well.
You do?
Yes, my mother. Yes.
It's a Krobo.
Yep.
So what do they say about Krobo?
I am mixed. Whatever.
So they're very beautiful.
Whatever.
And
whatever.
They're intelligent.
Whatever.
And
we rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. So half of me rocks.
Yeah. So you rock.
This is Clement from Tamale watching the show. You want us to know? Well, we thank you for watching the show every morning. We're grateful. Here's another message. Benjamin Obing Ajimang is in Sunyai. I thank God for having you always on set. Okay. Oh, thank you. Roland has kept it low, but still looking good.
Thank you very much. Who's that? Is that a nice woman?
Benjamin Obing Ajimang is Sunyai. Benjamin, that was not to you, it was to him because of the comment he made. This one says, coming Sunday is my birthday. Danso Sechi from Nigeria. You're watching us live.
Coming Sunday, which is what?
Well,
next 2 days?
Today's 11.
Okay, happy birthday in advance.
13th. So 13th of August is your birthday. Danso Sechi. You're in Nigeria right now. Well, enjoy your birthday. Yeah, enjoy your birthday.
Ombon Ninja.
Yeah. Play some Tiwa Savage.
Yeah, because of that, we're going to play 4 by, because of you, we'll play 4 by Davido. My producer says that he will grant out that request. Derek can call some.
All right, quickly, let's run through our online stories. Let's start from home, myjoyonline.com. Occupy Ghana. Oh, stay put. Occupy Ghana wants Bank of Ghana SEC. That's the Securities and Exchange Commission to probe men's gold operations. That story is on myjoyonline.com. Also, U.S. backs Akufo-Addo's Special Prosecutor's Office. That's the U.S. Ambassador Robert Jackson. He says they want to, we should see something happening. We've had the talk. GM Pigs. That's the genetically modified, even the animals too. Pigs take step to being organ donors. For real? The most genetically modified animals in existence have been created to help end a shortage of organs for transplant. That's according to a U.S. research.
And they said that they'll start the trials in 2 years.
Charlie, where are we headed?
In 2 years.
Is this?
Charlie.
Oh,
Mama V, can you imagine who will be pana na kuma pana?
Genetically modified pig hearts. Charlie,
no, you go to be here. You will sleep, you be.
The heart of a pig laments poor ranking of African universities on global index.
Education
is he not whining?
He's whining. He's the deputy. When he was in the academia, now you got posts. Do something.
Enough of the whining. Let's move on.
You'll be having. He had columns. I used to read his column back in the day in the Ghanaian Times.
2 friends defied the gods to steal gold from shrine. 2 friends dared the gods to steal gold ore worth 116,000 Ghana cedis from a shrine at
Riamwase
in the Ashanti. Charlie, congratulations to them.
Charlie, they beat the gods to it. But I think they were caught too.
That's for you to click on the story later on and read the details. Peter Swaka writes, MPP will not survive broken promises.
Okay.
Also on our page, Rejoice in Dewu Anti-TB Crusader Saving Lives in the Volta region. That's her name right there. You can read about the things she's been doing. The other side of Ghana's private sector. That's a write-up also on myjoyonline.com. Boy with wrong gender, wrong in quote, but good grades. $50,000 scholarship from Ashesi University.
Tubare Kola
College has awarded a scholarship worth $50,000 to Tubare Kola to undertake a 4-year engineering program at the university. This is the story that Manasseh did, by the way. And we thank Ashesi University.
Somebody called me, so I gave Manasseh's number to them as well.
Okay.
I don't know what that's what led to.
Oh, but Ashesi will make all the difference in this young man's life, man. Wow, that's a whole new experience for him.
Charlie, you know what? I think I need to go back so that I'll be more this thing. So Manasseh will come and do a story on me. God, what do you think? Full scholarship.
Like you.
No, but when I was,
I'll go back. You or what?
No, be say make it told me, but make it come to my life.
We've got other stories on myjoyonline.com, including videos of some of the content that we produced here on JoyNews that you missed. You can always catch up with the videos and all our stories on myjoyonline.com.
Continue. This one says what?
Extending closing for schools will cost the government more. That's according to
this idea. Who brought it up?
It's a proposal. The Minister of Education. We should have a conversation on this someday right here. Listen, they scrapped the Wiani Anopa, the shift system.
Did you say they were going to scrap it?
No, it's been scrapped. It was gradual, and I think right now it doesn't exist anymore. I went to Wiani Anopa school.
Yeah, I did too.
And I helped my mother greatly because I would go and sell in the morning if I was in the afternoon shifts. and do, you know,
I
the
did
other
too.
way
I did
if
too.
I was in the morning shifts.
I did too.
People close at 2.
Junior high school.
I went to
Secondary school.
Dansumam for GSS. People go to school and close early. Some of them would make a follow-up and go to the market to go and support. I mean, there are so many things associated with people who go to public schools. And I don't think that somebody should just sit back and look at what is happening elsewhere and make a decision that, you know, students should close at 2.
But seriously, it led to people or children or students or pupils not going to school.
Which one is that?
In the Irianianopa thing.
Really?
Yeah.
That's why I'm using myself as an example.
It's
I'm
one,
saying
it's
that
one of
under
the reasons.
circumstance,
It's one of the reasons.
It's kind of help.
That's
I mean,
why,
who else went to
listen
Irianianopa school and did something in the morning or in the afternoon?
That is why you're where you are, because you were determined enough. But the point is that sometimes where you grow up in, the environment you find yourself.
My argument is not even for Irianianopa school. Why are you shifting the focus? I'm talking about the closing at 2.
Okay.
I'm just using that as an example and saying that pupils do other things when they close at 2.
Yeah, but because I'm replying to what you said, because I don't think that because you came out of Irianianopa school very well, it means that if people...
I know lots of people who came out really well as well.
Wow.
But I'm just saying...
I also know lots of people who didn't come out very well.
I'm just saying, I'm not saying bring back the shift system.
No, I'm not saying
I'm
that's
just saying that when students close at 2, there are lots of things that other students also do to support. So, I mean, we shouldn't just say close at 2. Yeah.
Well, somebody's at home win with you, so it's okay. Were you in the debating club?
I was, definitely, at Zion College. Government
no wonder you guys were last all the time.
Whining about Commander Factory. Charlie, look at the person who's using the whining now, Mutala Mohammed. It says Ghana should stop whining about Commander Factory.
Oh, this guy shouldn't have lost his
also, 2 million Ghana cities from 10% pay cuts went to contractors. That's Kwachio Fosu, and questions are being asked. Remember, the previous administration, former President John Dramani Mahama decided that 10% of their salaries should be put somewhere and used for other things. Now, when we're getting to know the details of what they use those monies for, they set up chip compounds in some districts in the country. They're giving details of what they did, and then I think they've been deducted again. Their last pay or something like that. So they are asking the government to give what they've deducted so that they can finish the projects that they didn't quite finish. Nanado will lose goodwill if, you can read the details there on myjournline.com. There's this story on Kofi Annan. Can we just look at the headline and just do the BBC? Too many African leaders unenlightened. That's according to former UN Secretary General Kofi Annan. And there was time spent with him at the Kempinski Hotel yesterday. Amazing atmosphere and conversation.
You went there?
I didn't. I watched it on TV. We carried it live right here on JoyNews.
Wow.
And this man looks the same. Doesn't he grow?
Yeah, he's growing inside.
Oh, but he looks the same. Yeah. I mean,
he looks after himself well.
He's aging graciously. Like, he's a fantastic man. I love him, you know.
Yeah, can imagine.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm in love with
enough of the dream. Let's do let's do the BBC, and this is our interest. Kenya opposition claims, now there's a claim. He actually says he won the election. He's called it for himself.
That's illegal. Oh.
Well, Kenya opposition claims
that's
ridiculous. Okay. Please, let's go to the Africa page. That's where we get the. Let's click on the Africa. Yeah, that's it. The Kenya Electoral Commission says claims of a victory for Raila Odinga could be deemed illegal. That's it, what she just said. Kenya opposition warned over claims, and there was a press conference yesterday. We know that per what Kenyan Electoral Commission has released, the provisional results, the sitting President Uhuru Kenyatta is in the lead. But the main opposition leader, Raila Odinga, organized a press conference yesterday, and he says he's actually won the elections. Before, he had claimed that the IT system used in transferring the result had been hacked. And now he says he's going to bring a lot of evidence to back all his claims. But we don't know what the Electoral Commission itself, shouldn't they be announcing officially from their point of view, per what they have, who has won the election, to settle, so that anybody who,
they said they would today,
who doesn't agree can go to court?
But the point is that in Africa, when somebody loses the election, Their numbers are always at variance to what the official numbers would be. It's normal.
But what's also interesting is the observers. You know, there are different observer groups in Kenya, and everybody is reporting, almost all the people that I've heard, that this election was largely peaceful. It was fair.
Largely.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. So we don't know what will happen. That's the story of our interest, even though there are other stories on the page. It's time for us to run and make way for Benedict, whom I feel so ashamed because I didn't check up on him. He had not been well, but he's back on set this morning. I wish he had stayed at home so that at least I'll send message in po. But I missed a birthday dedication this week, and I want to make up. Mrs. Mary Egan Menu, it was your birthday sometime this week, and I missed it, but belated birthday to you. Your son Ernest Menu, right here with us, was wishing you alongside with your daughter Mercy happy birthday, but I didn't, so apologies for that. Mrs. Mary Egan Menu, I hope that you had a blast. Enjoy your weekend, madam. Stay with us. We've got sports. We're relaunching Benedict on the show.